We belong to Kimmage. There were three lovely lassies from Kimmage.
Kimmage.
From Kimmage.
From Kimmage.
From Kimmage.
From Kimmage.
From Kimmage.
From Kimmage.
And whenever there was a bit of a scrimmage, sure I was the toughest of all. Sure I was the toughest of all. Well, the cause of the row is Joe Cashin. Joe Cashin.
Joe Cashin.
Joe Cashin. Joe Cashin. But he told me he thought I looked smashing at a dance in St. Anthony's Hall. At a dance in St. Anthony's Hall. Well, the other two young ones was flippin'. They were flippin'. They were flippin'. They were flippin'. When they saw me and Joe and we trippin' to the strains of the Tennessee Waltz. To the strains of the Tennessee Waltz. When he gets a few jars, he goes frantic. 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 But he's tall and he's red and romantic. And I love him in spite of it all. And I love him in spite of it all. Well, he told me he thought we should marry. Get married. Should marry. Get married. Should marry. Get married. Should marry. Get married. He said it was foolish to tarry. So I lent him the price of the ring. So I lent him the price of the ring. Well, me dad said he'd give us a present. A present. A present. Oh, a present. A present. A stool and a lousy stuffed pheasant. And a picture to hang on the wall. And a picture to hang on the wall. I went down to the tenancy section. The section. In the corpo. The section. Oh, the section. In the corpo. The section. The section. The TD just before the election. Election. Said he get me a house near me ma. Said he get me a house near me ma. Well, we're getting a house, the man said he said oh, he said he said oh, he said he said oh, he said he said when I've 5 or 6 kids to me credit. In the meantime, we live with me ma. In the meantime, we live with me ma.
You may
travel from there to the county Kildare, from Dublin right down to McAlpine. But where would you see a fine widow like me, Biddy Mulligan, the pride of the comb? I'm a scrap of a widow that lives in a place in Dublin that's known as the comb. And me comfort and ease, you know, king could excel, though me palace consists of one room. Be Patrick Street corner for 35 years, I stood by me stall, that's no lie. And while I stood there, there was no one would dare to say black was the white of me eye. You may travel from there to the county Kildare, from Dublin right down to McAlpine. And where would you see a fine widow like me, Biddy Mulligan, the pride of the comb? I sell apples and oranges, nuts and split peas, bullseyes and sugar sticks sweet. On a Saturday night I sell second-hand clothes from me stall on the floor of the street. Now I have a son, Mick, and he plays on the fife. He belongs to the Longford Street Band. It would do your heart good just to see the march out of a Sunday to Sandy Mount Strand. You may travel from there to the county Kildare, from Dublin right down to McAlpine. And where would you see a fine widow like me, Biddy Mulligan, the pride of the comb? Me boys, Biddy Mulligan, the pride of the cow. When I was a young man, I carried me pack, and I lived the free life of the rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, me country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzing, Matilda, when the ship pulled away from the quay. And amid all the tears, flag waving and cheers, we sailed off for Gallipoli. Oh, it's well I remember that terrible day when our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell they called Suvla Bay we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was ready, he'd primed himself well. He rained us with bullets and he showered us with shell, and in 5 minutes flat we were all blown to hell. He nearly blew us back home to Australia. And the band played a Waltzing, Matilda, when we stopped to bury our slain. Well, we buried ours and the Turks buried theirs. Then it started all over again. Oh, those that were living just tried to survive in that mad world of blood, death and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, while around me the corpses piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I awoke in me hospital bed and saw what it had done, I wished I was dead. I never knew there was worse things than dying. Oh, no more I'll go waltzing, Matilda, all around the green bush, far and near. For the hump tent and pegs, a man needs both legs. No more waltzing, Matilda, for me. They collected the wounded, the crippled, the maimed, and they shipped us back home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind and the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And when the ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where me legs used to be, and thank Christ there was no one there waiting for me to grieve and to mourn and to pity. And the band played Waltzing, Matilda, when they carried us down the gangway. Oh, nobody cheered, they just stood there and stared. Then they turned all their faces away. Oh, now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass
before me. I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, renewing their dreams of past glories. I see the old men, all tired, stiff and worn, those weary old heroes of a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band plays Waltzing, Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But year after year the numbers get fewer. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me? And the ghost may be heard as they march by the billabong. So who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me?
And it's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. All for my beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all me tin with the ladies drinking gin. For across the Western Ocean I must wander. Well, I'm sick in my head and I haven't been to bed since first I came ashore with me plunder. I've seen centipedes and snakes, me head is full of aches, and I think I'll take a path for way up yonder. And it's all for me grog, the jolly, jolly grog, all for my beer and tobacco. Well, I spent all me tin with the ladies drinking gin, for across the Western Ocean I must wander. Where are me boots, me noggin, noggin boots? They're all sold for beer and tobacco. The soles, they were thin and the uppers letting in, and the heels were looking out for better weather. And it's all for me grog, the jolly, jolly grog, all for my beer and tobacco. But I spent all me tin with the ladies drinking gin, or across the Western Ocean I must wander. Where is me shirt, me noggin, noggin shirt? It's all sold for beer and tobacco. The sleeves have got worn out, the collar turned about, and the arse was looking out for better weather. And it's all for me grog, the jolly, jolly grog, all for my beer and tobacco. But I spent all me tin with the ladies drinking gin, or across the Western Ocean I must wander. Where is me wife, me noggin, noggin wife? She's all sold for beer and tobacco. You see her front it has got worn out, her tail got kicked about, and I'd say she's looking out for better weather. And it's all for me grog, the jolly, jolly grog, all for my beer and tobacco. But I spent all me tin with the ladies drinking gin, or across the Western Ocean I must wander.
Remember December 59, the howling wind and the driving rain. Remember the gallant men who drowned on the lifeboat Mona was her name. The wind did blow and the sea rose up, beat the land with mighty waves. At St. Andrew's Bay the lightship fought the sea until her moorings gave. Remember December 59, the howling winds and driving rain. Remember the gallant men who drowned on the lifeboat Mona was her name. The captain signaled to the shore, we must have help or we'll go down. From Broughty Ferry at 2 a.m. they sent the lifeboat Mona out. Remember December 59, the howling winds and the driving rain. Remember the gallant men who drowned on the lifeboat Mona was her name. 8 men formed that gallant crew, they set their boat against the main. The wind's so hard and the sea so rough, we'll never see land or home again. Remember December 59, the howling wind and the driving rain. Remember the gallant men who drowned on the lifeboat Mona was her name. 3 hours went by and the Mona called, the wind blows hard and the sea runs high. In the morning on Carnoustie beach, the Mona and her crew did lie. Remember December 59, the howling wind and driving rain. Remember the gallant men who drowned on the Lifeboat Mona was her name. 5 lay drowned in the cabin there, 2 were washed up on the shore, 8 men died when the boat capsized, and the 8th is lost forevermore. Remember December 59, the howling winds and driving rain. Remember the gallant men who drowned on the Lifeboat Mona was her name. Remember December 59, the howling wind and the driving rain. The men who leave the land behind, and the men who never see land again. Remember December 59, the howling wind and the driving rain. The men who leave the land behind, and the men who never see land again.
Lark in the morning, she rises off her nest. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her wings. Oh, Roger the ploughboy, he is a dashing blade. He goes whistling and singing over yonder green glade. He met with pretty Susan, she's handsome, I declare. She is far more enticing than the birds all in the air. The lark in the morning, she rises off her nest. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her wings. One evening coming home from the rakes of the town, the meadows being all green and the grass it being cut down, if I should chance to tumble all in the new mown hay, or it's kiss me now or never love, this bonny lass did say. The lark in the morning, she rises off her nest. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her wings. When 20 long weeks they were over and were past, her mammy chanced to notice how she thickened round the waist. It was the handsome ploughboy, the maiden she did say, for he caused me for to tumble all in the new mown hay. The lark in the morning, she rises off her nest. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her wings. Here's a health to young ploughboys wherever you may be, that likes to have a bonny lass a-sitting on his knee. With a jug of good strong porter, you'll whistle and you'll sing, for a ploughboy is as happy as a prince or a king. The lark in the morning, she rises off her nest. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her breast. And like the jolly ploughboy, she whistles and she sings. She goes home in the evening with the dew all on her wings.
Somebody under the bed, whoever can it be? I feel so very nervous, I call for Joanie. Joanie lights the candle, but there's nobody there. Hey, hi, diddly-eye, and out goes she. Skipping rope, still turning, children at their play. In and out of Camden Street, in and out to pray. I haven't prayed for 20 years or sung a happy song since praying went with innocence and the devil played along. And we all went up to the Mero. Hey there, who was your man? It's only Johnny 40 Coats, sure he's a desperate man. Bang bang shoots the buses with his golden key. Hey hi diddly eye and out goes she. Me father was a stater and me mother loved to tan. She loved her ham and her sausages and her soldier fancy man. Nora's up in Jacobs and Mary's on the town. And I joined the transport union when they said me nose was brown. And we all went up to the Mero. Hey there, who's your man? It's Alfie Burton out walking, sure he's a decent man. Bang bang shoots the buses with his golden key. Hey hi diddly eye and out goes she. I've a tanner for the Mero and me compo money's hid. If Mary's in the family way, she can blame the Cisco kid. I be langers in the morning, me longers need a patch. Oh Jesus, there Con Martin, I hope yous win the match. Me uncle had a wolfhound that never had to pee, but Harry Lemon snatched it down on Eden Quay. Now I have me primo and me scapulars are blue for helping the black babies and Dolly Fawcett too. And we all went up to the Mero. Hey there, who was your man? Spending being out walking, sure he's a ginger man. Bang bang shoots the buses with his golden key. Hey hide into the eye and out goes she. It's true that Dublin's changing since the pillar was blown down by the winds of violence that are buggering up the town. We used to solve a difference with a digging match and a jar, but now they're all playing bang bang, that's going too bleeding far. And we'll all go up to the Mero. Hey there, who's your man? It's only me guardian angel, get a large one for your man. There's no use bleeding Russian, sure now it's the holy hour. A plenary indulgence and another baby power.
Was down by the Glenside I met an old woman a-plucking young nettles. She ne'er saw me coming. I listened a while to the song she was humming. Glory, oh, glory, oh, to the bold young man. It's 50 long years since I saw the moon beaming on strong manly forms, their eyes with hope gleaming. I see them again through all my sad dreaming. Glory, oh, to the bold young man. Some died by the hillside, some died with a stranger, and wise men have told us their cause was a failure, but they loved their own Ireland and they never feared danger. Glory, oh, to the bold young man. I passed on my way. God be praised that I met her, be lifelong or short. I will never forget her. We may have brave men, but we'll never have better. water. Glory, oh, to the Bothnian man. 'Twas down by the Glenside I met an old woman, a-plucking young nettles. She ne'er saw me coming. I listened a while to the song she was humming. Glory, oh, to the Bothnian man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know, Ireland's biggest export is people. And one of the greatest importers of these people is a certain English gentleman whom we in Ireland hold in the highest respect, because he's taken us out of many a hole in his time. He's put us into a few as well, mind you. His name is Sir Robert McAlpine. Sing about him. It was in the year of 39, when the sky was full of lead, when Hitler was heading for Poland, and Paddy for Holyhead. Come all you pincher laddies, and you long-distance men, don't ever work for McAlpine, or Wimpy, or John Lang. For you'll stand behind the mixer till your skin is turned to tan, and they'll say good on you, Paddy, with your boat fare in your hand. Oh, the crack was good in Cricklewood, and they wouldn't leave the crown, with the glasses flying and biddies crying, sure Paddy was going to tell. Oh, mother dear, I'm over here. I never will come back. What keeps me here is the rake of beer, the ladies, and the crack. Oh, as down the glen came McAlpine's men, with their shovels slung behind them. 'Cause in the pub they drank the sub, and up in the spike you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine's Fuseliers. I've stooped to the skin with the darky flint, way down upon the Isle of Rain. With the horse-faced tool, then I knew the rule, no money if you stopped for rain. When McAlpine God with a well-filled hod, your shoulders cut to bits and seared. And woe to he went to look for tea with the McAlpine's Fuseliers. I remember the day that the Bear O'Shea fell into a concrete stairs. What the horse-face said when he saw him dead, well, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm a nabby short with the one retort that reached on to my ears. When the going is rough, well, you must be tough with the McAlpine's Fuseliers. till the sweat it has had me pet with a Russian, Czech and Pole. On shuttering jammed up in the hydro dams or underneath the Thames in a hole. I've grafted hard and I've got me cards and many a ganger's fist across me ears. If you pride your life, don't join by Christ with McAlpine's Fuseliers.
Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, the haunting children's rhymes, that once was Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. My name it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you please, a rogue and child of Mary, from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. The years have made me bitter, the gargle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The pillar and the Met have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, as the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I can no longer stay, and watch the nude glass cages that spring up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I'll remember Dublin city in the
There was an old woman and she lived in the wood. Welia, Welia, Welia. There was an old woman and she lived in the wood, down by the river Sonia. Well, she had a baby 3 months old. Welia, Welia, Welia. She had a baby 3 months old, down by the river Sonia. And she had a penknife long and sharp. Welia, Welia, Welia. She had a penknife long and sharp, down by the river Sonia. Then she stuck the penknife in the baby's heart. Welia, Welia, Welia. She stuck the penknife in the baby's heart, down by the river Sonia. There were 3 loud knocks come a-knocking on the door. Welia, Welia, Welia. 3 loud knocks come a-knocking on the door, down by the river Sonia. There were 2 policemen and a special branchman. Welia, Welia, Welia. 2 policemen and a special branchman, down by the river Sonia. So they put the rope around her neck. Welia, Welia, Welia. They put the rope around her neck, down by the river Sonia. Then they pulled the rope and she got hung. Welia, Welia, Welia. They pulled the rope and she got hung, down by the river Sonia. Well, that was the end of the woman in the wood. Welia, Welia, Welia. And that was the end of the baby too, down by the river Sonia.
See the child with the golden hair, but eyes that show the emptiness inside. Do we know? Can we understand just how he feels, or have we really tried? See him now as he stands alone and watches children play a children's game. Simple child, he looks almost like the others, yet they know he's not the same. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no. See him stare, not recognizing that kind face that only yesterday he loved. The loving face of a mother who can't understand what she's been guilty of. How she cried tears of happiness the day the doctor told her it's a boy. Now she cries tears of helplessness and thinks of all the things he can't enjoy. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no. Only he knows how to face the future, hopefully surrounded by despair. He won't ask for your pity or your sympathy, but surely you should care. Scorn not his simplicity, but rather try to love him all the more. Scorn not his simplicity, oh no, oh no, oh no.
A Bristol man and a rare old sort was he, with his cutlass and his pistols, heave-yo-ho. With a noble crew of cutthroats, he used to scour the sea, a plundering and a robbing high and low. He swore 'twas no concern, he didn't give a herdin' about right or wrong on any holy show. He swore that grabbing booty was Britain's foremost duty, wherever she could get it, heave-yo-ho. Heave-yo-ho, 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 heave-yo-ho. He swore that grabbing booty was Britain's foremost duty, wherever she could get it, heave-yo-ho, heave-yo-ho. For Smith had a noble soul and lofty was his pride, with his cutlass and his pistols, heave-yo-ho. He'd watch his beaten foemen jump out into the tide, call you beggars, you had nowhere else to go. And hanging from his lanyards were Portuguese and Spaniards, and beaten Frenchmen jumping to and fro. Right along the blazing story shone illumined in England's glory, Pirate Smith of Bristol, heave-yo-ho, 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 heave-yo-ho. He swore that grabbing booty was Britain's foremost duty, wherever she could get it, heave-yo-ho, heave-yo-ho. But accidents will happen even to heroes such as he, with his cutlass and his pistols, heave-yo-ho. He was standing at his capstan, as happy as could be, hoping soon to have another prize in tow, when a whistling Spanish bullet came and caught him in the gullet, and very sad to say, laid him low. He was only 97, but his soul has gone to heaven, to rest on Nelson's bosom, heave-yo-ho. Heave-yo-ho, heave-yo-ho, heave-yo-ho. He swore that grabbing booty was Britain's foremost duty, wherever she could get it, heave-yo-ho, 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 heave-yo-ho. He swore that grabbing booty was Britain's foremost duty, wherever she could get it, heave-yo-ho, heave-yo-ho.
Farewell to all our Scottish way. Farewell our ancient glory. Farewell even to our Scottish name, so famed in martial story. Now Sark runs over the Solway Firth, and Tweed runs to the ocean, to mark where England's province stands, such a parcel of rogues in a nation. What force or guile could not subdue through many warlike ages, is wroth now by a coward few, for hireling traitors' wages. The English steel we could disdain, secure in valor's station, but we're bought and we're sold for English gold. Such a parcel of rogues in a nation. Would or I had seen the day that treason thus could sell us, my old grey head had line and clay with Bruce and loyal Wallace. But pith and power till my last hour, I'll make this declaration that we're bought and we're sold for English gold. Such a parcel of rogues in a nation.
Of all the money that ever I had, I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that ever I done, Alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, of all the comrades that ever I had, they are sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that ever I had, they would wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and I softly call, good night and joy be with you all. Oh, if I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town that sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, I own she has my heart in thrall. Then fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all.